Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when
And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
They'll start the drive in Washington. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
He's checking. Crash.
Washington now out of the gun. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Check mark 33. Check mark 33. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
All day. Check 43. You know, young lady. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Me and you all day. I'm coming.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32. And a 49er 1st down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Saints nothing.
Ready up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run with Love. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Darnold from the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Oh, able to avoid him. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On the ready. Hey, Zoo. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Mike, put up. Mike 50. You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Hey, exit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
General West.
On 1st down, here's Love. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
33. Lady. Watch his flat.
From the 24, Darnold. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. You ready? You got tight right there.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Michael Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Trying to toss play to Love. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Bryce Love, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Washington's got it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Wood.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They're going to look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Complete to Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop it.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 17-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Second down and inches. And he's lapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I'm here all day.
Yeah. Five. 22. Ready.
Back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They're running it.
Hey, Charlie. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Back to throw, Darnold. Johnson's got it complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 27, Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now Darnold. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 33. I'm coming for you.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is complete to Michael Thomas. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold down to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off of play action, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hey, high 7.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He won't go down, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Mike.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey.
Fournette, a first down carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Love again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the draw, this is Love. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Darnold. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Draw play, and it's Snell. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Again, Darnold. And he finds McLaurin. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A first down throw, Darnold. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Darnold. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Darnold from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Mike 54. We own it. Red 80. We own it. Right there. 54. Right there. Hey, Foxtrot.
Darnold from the red zone now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
What's good on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Right back to Washington. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Go to 8, read.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. A road win in the National Football League.